think.
You know, who would have thought, right?
Who would have thought? Yeah. Who would have thought? You know, I think
we're trying to muscle our way into like 14th Street. You know, a little. You know, like just get a room, a studio, and run classes. You know, and make it more like you know, take it from the outdoors, bring it in.
I think also too is that what I look back for what I see with my career and what I've done with martial arts is how much good teachers matter. Because I did martial arts before,
right.
But none of it set in. None of it really. Not saying it didn't make sense, but they didn't have a proper way of putting it to like real time. And then I read a lot of books that said when you're ready, the teacher will appear, which is what happened when I walked past Park and met you, and then and went on with Wilson. So I think a part of that is like this is why good teachers matter, because you could really be led astray down the
you could be led into a great fantastic all these ninjutsus out there. I'm not dismissing it, but I'm saying, you know, how do you practice that? You know, like how do you get it in?
How do you get it in?
You know,
Just
it gets in. You failed.
Ninja star in your face. Get out of here. You
gotta work on that, man.
You gotta get against the wall and camouflage.
Now, see that wall? I'm not saying,
yeah, but
I'm just saying.
Yeah, just saying. How do you practice that?
How do you know? I know about it.
Yes.
Yeah, I know, and I know I could be better.
Yes.
If I could just survive 1 or 2 practices.
Well, there's a guy that he's mixed boxing with ninjutsu, and he calls it box nin. Box nin.
Wow.
That's kind of really creative.
That's really cool.
Yeah, so it's like ninjutsu.
Yeah, the classical
boxing.
name for ninjutsu, we call is ninpo.
Ninpo.
Yeah, so it's like the shadow.
But isn't from what I understand, isn't like the ninja pretty much like the Japanese CIA? Like would they be
I'll reverse it. I'll put it this way: that the Japanese state was the shogunate.
Okay.
Right, and so the samurai, they were the police. They were took the marching orders of the shogun. And the shogun took their orders eventually from the emperor, right? So now, not everybody like that. Them's the ninjas.
Those damn ninjas.
Yeah, why would you put on a mask if you're the cop, right?
That's right.
Right? It's those who are doing something against
the force.
So maybe we call it like the peasant. So what's the ninja's weapons? Sickles, chains. There's no, you know, only a samurai is supposed to be going out there with a katana, right? Mm-hmm. But a ninja's got to be able to use marbles, sticks, stones,
disappear.
You know, climbing claws, right? Smoke bombs.
Yes.
Because they presumably have taken on a mission that involves you're going to get killed. Because we can't back you up.
Yes.
Your job is to go in there, get those papers that have the military strategy written on them, and get it out to us. Good luck. Respect. You know.
Good luck.
Like Burley, you're just a man for the job. We've seen your skills. Yes. Now here's your outfit.
Dress up in all black. You're not with us.
There was a dude at Halloween that was completely decked out in a ninja outfit, walking down 8th Street, coming from the projects, heading towards the park. He had the toes too, you know, the shoes with the split toe.
He had the split toe. He was there.
He was macking it, man.
Yeah, he was there.
Okay, go ahead. I think I answered that.
Well,
I'm drinking coffee.
Yeah, I just brewed the pot.
And smoking Mary Jane.
Yeah, we got that Zaza.
And I do a little talking in between. But anyway, on with the show.
The show is about to start.
I got a couple of questions here for you. And the first question is going to be some different arts that I want to say to you. And what's the first word that comes into your mind when you hear these arts? Okay, so the first one, Wing Chun.
foundation.
Why is that?
Because most of us have an inspiration from the late great Bruce Lee, you know, with his modification of that mother art of his, which is Wing Chun.
Okay.
So, Wing Chun opened the door, you know, through this man, and through other through choreography in our favorite kung fu movies, like. In that way, I think most of us haven't got our initial notion of what you could actually do, you know, in Kung Fu with Wing Chun. Now, there are others, right, like Choi Li Foot. There's others like Hung Fist, Hung Gar. But God darn it, you know, none of them actually put their hands up like this and like held guard and like went 1-2, you know, like in a boxing way. So I believe Wing Chun has been great for opening the mind to many of us, and it's a simple enough art in terms of the vocabulary, the syllabus of things. There's 3 major empty hand forms, a pole in the version that I know, the knife in the version I know, and the dummy.
Okay.
So if you take Choi Li Foot or Hung Gar, they have 37 or 40 weapons. You know,
weapons,
including you know ones that don't exist anymore. You know, they have maybe a dozen forms or more to complete. You know, let's say to get to the black belt level of these older kung fu styles. It would be presumed you had a lot of time. You have to take a lot of time. Whereas Wing Chun, the presumption is that you should be pretty competent within a couple of years or less.
Yes. So
you
they
know?
pushed out quickly.
Right, again, given the context of history, right? The history at the moment of the Chinese, when the Chinese people, Han people, were under foreign oppression. Wing Chun is born to be like the ninja, kind of like something you ought not to know. Right? Like, how'd you get that good that fast? Right? You know, you're like you're a waiter in the restaurant. How did you get this good? Right?
Yes.
Or you're a butcher in the meat shop. I mean, you know.
You
know, it's like I love Wing Chun's history, and the fact that it's a spirit of people's resilience. So Wing Chun literally is a part of a slogan for the rebels, who the Manchurians were looking for, these Chinese rebels. That's why you have these movies where the guys are on a boat, and you know they're posing as if they're like actors, and meanwhile they're actually like feeding information to their military, to the resistance. So the Wing Chun, as I I hope anyone could, of course, I'm not fluent in Chinese, Mandarin, or Cantonese, but it comes out to keep the spirit fresh. You see, I'm making a fist, right? Yes. That's Wing Chun. That's literally forever fresh, forever spring. So they make a story about it. It's about a girl named Yin Wing Chun. You see? And she was his bean curd maker, you know? Right? So, is that answering your question? No. Maybe it's too much.
No, that was beautiful.
Too much.
No, that was
now,
beautiful.
the modern versions, you see, so this is coming from, like, us trying to say that we, because we're black, and because we're black in the 21st century, I know black boxing. I don't. I'm black that likes to box. But black boxing goes back into the prisons. Goes back into the cane fields. Goes back, and if you don't know, don't pretend.
Yes.
If you don't know, don't pretend. We're black and brown people who were born yesterday. Unless you came from a heritage of uncles and who got locked up, in Angola prison. If you don't know what I'm talking about, look it up. Or find somebody who does know about, classical black boxing. Why we honor Burley. Why we honor Armstrong.
Yes.
Why we
Jack
honor
Johnson.
Jack Johnson, Harry Greb.
Yes.
You know, why we honor, why, if you don't know all of these names, it's okay, that's why we're here, right?
Thanks.
So, Wing Chun is it's an expression, it's not really a style.
It's an expression.
It's an expression of people underground, under oppression. In other words, these are guys that, you know, got killed when they showed out of line. Chinese people are under heavy measures. You don't know their story because not that you don't know, you probably would not know. Why would you know that these were a subjugated people and their dream was to get out of it? So you say like, long live the Ming, down with the Qin. Because the Manchurians, the Qin, they were northern, they were non-Chinese, they were Asians, but they were not of the valley. They were not of the Yellow Valley cultivation. But these is Genghis Khan's people. You know what I mean? Like this is like, you know, these are his direct descendants. Things that they did to the Chinese people was to make the men wear a long ponytail, to look at the back of an ass of a horse. You know, put a ponytail. Just for the men. That's why they know. If you don't have it,
and Genghis Khan loved his horses.
He loved his horses. Smack that ass. Giddy up, chow. You know, come on, Ming. You know, hey, where's your ponytail? Oh, you feel like you feel something, huh? Got a latitude today, huh? This shit's supposed to be out there, man, like a curlicue. So you see now today we got Negroes putting on a ponytail, almost like artificial means to look like they're doing kung fu for real.
Yes.
You know that
I know.
super.
Yeah, I talk about when they get mad at me.
Are they wearing they're wearing an outfit that was really like imposed on people. And what they do, that, you know, just like us, right? So not just like, everybody got their thing. But if you were Native American and you grew your hair long, that means you have an attitude in this country.
Yes.
There, if you kept it short, meant that you were trying to be like a man now, huh?
Oh, yeah.
No, we want the men to have long hair. Just one big, you know, all this bald and then down here long. That's what they wanted. If you didn't have it that way, you were subject to capital punishment.
You was feeling some sort of way.
In Jamaica, you grew locks back in the old days, they'd lock your ass up and shave you in the jail.
Wow.
All the Rastas, that's why you know Rasta. Good for nobody I'm talking about. I'm saying like my hero. You know, no, I'm just saying these are the facts. So when you see something now, it's like people are going to the beauty salon to get dreadlocks. You know, it's like people went to jail for this. Wow. People lost their lives for dreadlocks. For Afro, my uncle, Dominican Republic.
Whoa.
They locked your black ass up for growing an Afro. When you were going communist on them. You got an attitude going on there. To jail. Shave it. We'll shave it for you.
And now people go to the beauty salon to get their dreads twisted. Style. All in one style.
You know. So Wing Chun has that to it. Now, modern day derivations, to me, need to own that it was a fighting man's art. To be there's more history to this. There was a time when the Japanese came to Chinese shores as pirates, and so Chinese people on the coastline had to find a way to get a battalion of men ready quick. Didn't have 20 years to do Shaolin. You needed it like, you know, by next summer. Like this is winter. By summer, we gotta have like, you know, 60 of us that can, like, you know, and they're coming in with long range weapons. We got to be good on the short range because we can't. They have a military operation. So they have wonderful kung fu stories about fighting with the pirates, and Wing Chun enters the conversation. And they're going